Yo, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to tell you why I think that Donald Trump, lost the first debate, and I think he lost it badly, and what he needs to do going forward in order to win the next debate so that he has a chance of getting reelected. Um, Basically, I watched about half of it, maybe 2/3 of it, the like second 2/3, like right after I got off work, opened it up on my phone because I was curious, I actually thought, and I made a prediction video. I thought Biden was going to come in, he was going to have no idea what he was saying, he was going to get totally clowned and look like a joke, and Trump was just going to walk all over him and make him look like a total laughingstock. Because leading up to the debate, you saw a lot of memes and like a lot of like the sentiment towards Biden was that like he had dementia and he was forgot what he was saying all the time, and he was just like totally out of it, and like he didn't know where he was. So that was kind of the image that was being pushed of him. And to be honest with you, the he didn't really campaign very much. So the like I guess the Democrats or his campaign party or whatever it's called, they didn't really try to counteract that message. So first of all, I think what they did was very, very smart, very intelligent. They basically let the other side believe that Biden was weak, right? That he was not glib, that he didn't know anything, like would not be able to like engage in a debate effectively and win on charisma and win like on tip of the tongue, just answering off the cuff type of things like Trump generally does. So I think that they let basically the enemy believe that they were weak. They feigned weakness, right? When actually, if you watch the debate, at least the last 2/3, what I saw, Biden was looking very good. He's very charismatic. He's very glib. He basically stood up. He stood up for himself when Trump attacked his son. Um, some of the arguments that he made about like the Green New Deal, or the actual like in terms of like getting detailed and giving relevant statements, not relevant, giving literal statements about the actual issues and specifics on various policies. I think he was a little bit weak on that, but that doesn't necessarily matter in a debate like this when it is clear that you are socially higher value than your opponent. And I think in this case, very like, thanks to the moderator calling out Trump's social violations, interrupting, personal attacks, going over time, not letting Biden finish. I think that thanks to the, wasn't him Chris Wallace? Chris Wallace, right? Thanks to Chris Wallace's like basically calling out Trump on the things, the rules that he was breaking, Biden was able to kind of reinforce that like sentiment of, he was basically able to say like, Chris Wallace was like, bro, you're doing something wrong. You're not supposed to do that. And Biden was like, yeah, bro, you can't do that. Let's have a debate. It's the simplest way to put it. And Trump just like, he tried to keep pushing. He tried to keep doing it and like enforce his will and be a hard-handed negotiator, which is his thing. But if he continued, like he continued to get called out on it, and eventually he stopped doing it. And once kind of the rug was taken out from under him, because that's kind of his basically like that's his strategy, is to just talk over people, to not let them say what they want to say, to make personal attacks, and he just does that to intimidate other people. And that works if it's on a campaign rally, or if it's in a debate where the other person is not strong enough to stand up for themselves and where they don't have anybody else standing up for them, which is what the moderator did in the interest of fairness, of course. I think that is that's the moderator's job, is to make sure people follow the rules. Maybe this guy took it a little too far, but at the end of the day, imagine if there was no moderator there. Imagine how much more argumentative they would have been. I honestly would not be surprised if there was no moderator there, if they actually like started physically fighting. I would not be surprised. It was headed in that direction. And I just think Trump lost. I just think he got beat, and you got to admit that you got beat, and you need to look at what you did and make adjustments, which is what the other side did. That's exactly what they did. They saw what happened to Hillary in 2016, how she just got strong-armed, and they made sure that Biden was not going to let that happen. And to his credit, he did. He was much more charismatic. He defended himself. He defended his son, defended his policies, maybe was not the most like eloquent speaker in that debate, but you know, he did a very good job. And you could see once the debate kept going, he started to get into the rhythm and basically just handled himself very well. You know, I was listening to the debate in my car on the way home and while I was making dinner, and I was like, damn, Biden's doing pretty well. He's actually handling this pretty well. And Trump needs to change his strategy if he wants to get reelected, or assuming that the debate actually like has any influence on the voters, I guess, which it's safe to say that it does. It's safe to say that it does. But he needs to basically change his strategy. And what I would recommend that he does, instead of continuing to like perform these social violations, which will continue to be called out, even probably called out more so in the future, because other moderators in the future, assuming it's not going to be this guy again, other moderators are going to see that and they're going to see like, wow, this actually worked. We actually got Trump to shut up and follow the rules. We're going to make sure that he does it again. Not necessarily because it made Biden win, but because it was an actual, like, it more closely resembled a debate and not just like a shouting match and a bunch of personal insults, which is, you know, I guess it's kind of funny at first to see that, but at the end of the day, you know, you do have the debate there for a reason, and you do kind of want to know what their plans are for the future, and you want to see them face off one-on-one to kind of, so you can compare them to each other. And I think tonight in the comparison, you know, if we were to compare them tonight, I don't think Trump did well at all. I really don't think he did. I think he got beat. I think he looked flustered. I think he let the moderator and let fucking Biden get to him. And I think it was very clear on his face. I think he was very frustrated. And I think right now he's probably kicking himself and thinking about how he lost that debate. And I mean, you know, hopefully for his sake, right? Hopefully for his sake, that's what he's thinking. Because it was not pretty. You know, he got outclassed straight up. And if the next two debates are like this, he's going to lose. 100% he's going to lose. And, you know, that sucks for him, really. And I like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump. I just hate the other side. But in this debate, I kind of started to like the other side a little bit more because I liked the way Biden handled himself. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to pick the leader of the United States. You know, say what you want, they're a puppet, you know, they're controlled by other forces, which is, it's true, you know, you know, nobody makes 100% of the decisions on their own. You always have to weigh other factors. You're always going to be influenced by other people. In Trump's case, I think it's a lot less. I think he makes a lot more of his own decisions. In Biden's case, I think it's a lot more. But still, at the end of the day, you know, you want somebody who is able to like perform under pressure. And more importantly than performing under pressure, you want somebody who is socially intelligent enough to be able to read a situation and to know how to act accordingly in that situation. And tonight, I think that person was Biden. I do not think that was Trump. And that's why I think that Trump lost the debate. Cool. So that is my 8-minute and 18-second explanation on that. Tell me, what do you guys think? Did you watch the debate? Do you even care? Do you just want me to talk about OMAD? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.